After getting a weapon and a scenario, we get an inside simulated look from the other side through the eyes of law enforcement. I'm called to the scene of a warehouse where alarms are going off, a possible break-in.
Show me your hands.
That's where I'm confronted by a man who ignores my repeated commands.
Police, show me your hands, guy.
Then makes a swift move and pulls out an object. I fire my weapon. It turns out the object was a stapler.
Oh my God.
While I was shocked and sad, I shot a man holding a stapler.
Ultimately, would you be justified? I would go with yes.
Given the circumstances, conditions, case law, and policy, among other things, the shooting was justified. To really understand why, the ATF and NYPD explained during this interactive training. In a comprehensive course of the legal and tactical realities, these experts show us the use of force standards set by the U.S. Supreme Court. Case law helps determine what is constitutional and what's not.
When is it necessary to use deadly force? Imminent danger of serious physical injury.
As we go through different cases and examples, a few things stick out, but the rules are very clear.
The most important thing to understand is that the Supreme Court standards have been laid out as based upon the totality of circumstances known to the officer at the time they used force. Was that force reasonable?
Our instructors understand and admit that no two encounters are alike, and this simulation is very different from real life. My partner Asha Johnson was called to the same scenario, a warehouse break-in. This time the outcome is very different. The man had a gun. Asha shot the man to avoid being shot herself.
The number one predictor as to whether or not an officer uses force, and if they use force, how much force they use, is the behavior of the individual that they're interacting with.
We were only able to scratch the surface. Our instructors say officers walking the beat every day, encounters for the most part go well and don't result in deadly force. But when they do, public perception always kicks in with questions.
The community sometimes believes that police are trained to shoot to kill. Why are we seeing officers not shooting in legs and arms, more so in the upper torso?
When it comes to split-second decision, you don't have the time to take that carefully placed shot. You may not have that opportunity, and very likely you wouldn't in a high-stress situation like that. So we do train to stop the threat.
To help ease concerns and clear up any misconceptions, ATF and NYPD offer this same training to the public.